Hi everyone, I'm Misty from Pokemon, and I'm here with my friend Squirtle. Say hi, Squirtle! And we're going to read you some wonderful poems from an author called Shel Silverstein. It's in a book called Where the Sidewalk Ends. Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. So I'm going to let Squirtle get comfortable. Sit down, Squirtle. Oh, we're going to have a visitor. One of my kitties is here. Okay, so Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein is full of great poems that I loved when I was your age. The first one I want to read to you is called Captain Hook. There's Captain Hook. And the poem goes, Captain Hook must remember not to scratch his toes. Captain Hook must watch out and never pick his nose. Captain Hook must be gentle when he shakes your hand. Captain Hook must be careful opening sardine cans. And playing tag and pouring tea and turning pages of this book, lots of folks I'm glad I ain't, but mostly Captain Hook. The next poem is called Jimmy, Jett, and His TV Set. And I like this one a lot right now because I know we're all looking at our screens a lot, but maybe Jimmy can tell us what else we could do besides just watching our screens. I'll tell you the story of Jimmy Jett, and you know what I tell you is true. He loved to watch his TV set, almost as much as you. He watched all day, he watched all night, till he grew pale and lean, from the early show to the late show, and all the shows in between. There's Jimmy. He watched till his eyes were frozen wide, and his bottom grew into his chair, and turned his chin into a tuning dial, and antenna grew out of his hair. And his brains turned into TV tubes, and his face to a TV screen, and two knobs, vert and horrors, grew where his ears had been. And he grew a plug that looked like a tail, so we plugged in little Jim, and now instead of watching TV, we all sit around and watch him. That's a fun one. This is one of my absolute favorites of all time, and I hope that you really enjoy it. It's called Boa Constrictor. And look what that boa constrictor is doing. Oh, I'm being eaten by a boa constrictor, a boa constrictor, a boa constrictor, and I'm being eaten by a boa constrictor, and I don't like it one bit. You know what? It's really hard for me to read backwards in the computer, so I'm going to hold it back here. Well, what do you know? It's nibbling my toe. Oh, gee, it's up to my knee. Oh my, it's up to my thigh. Oh, fiddle, it's up to my middle. Oh, heck, it's up to my neck. Oh, heck, it's up to my... He got eaten by the boa constrictor. Oh, I lost my Squirtle. Come back here, Squirtle. There he goes. Now he's comfortable again. This one is called For Sale. Let me get the whole picture in here. There we go. For sale. One sister for sale, one sister for sale, one crying and spying young sister for sale. I'm really not kidding, so who'll start the bidding? Do I hear $1, a nickel, a penny? Oh, isn't there any? One kid who will buy this old sister for sale, this crying and spying young sister for sale. I don't know about you, but I could not sell my sisters or my brothers. Just my sisters. And the last one I have, oh, my hair is falling. Let me go ahead and readjust. There we go. Okay, this last one is hilarious. It is called Sarah Sylvia Cynthia Stout Would Not Take the Garbage Out. And there's the picture of Sarah running away from all that garbage. Let's see what Sarah is up to. Sarah Sylvia Cynthia Stout would not take the garbage out. She scoured the pots and scraped the pans, candy and yams and spiced hams. And though her daddy would scream and shout, she simply would not take the garbage out. And so it piled up to the ceiling, grotty grounds, potato peelings, brown bananas, rotten peas, chunks of sour cottage cheese. It filled the can, it covered the floor, it cracked the window and blocked the door, with bacon rinds and chicken bones, drippy ends of ice cream cones. Prune pits, peach pits, orange peel, glopping glumps of cold oatmeal, pizza crust and withered greens, soggy beans and tangerines, crust of black burnt buttered toast, gristly bits of beefly roast. The garbage rolled on down the hall, it raised the roof, it broke the wall. Greasy napkins, cookie crumbs, globs of gooey bubble gum, cellophane from green bologna, rubber blubbery macaroni, peanut butter caked and dry, curdled milk and crust of pie, moldy melons, dried up mustard, eggshells mixed with lemon custard, cold french fries and rancid meat, yellow lumps of cream of wheat. At last the garbage reached so high that finally it touched the sky. And all the neighbors moved away, and none of her friends would come to play, and finally Sarah, Sylvia, Cynthia Snout said, "Okay, I'll take the garbage out." But then, of course, it was too late. The garbage reached across the state. From New York to the Golden Gate, and there in the garbage she did hate, poor Sarah met an awful fate that I cannot right now relate, because the hour is much too late. But children, remember Sarah Stout, and always take the garbage out. This was Misty from Pokemon, reading you Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. Let me go ahead and grab Squirtle because he wants to say goodbye. Say bye, Squirtle. Have fun, and I'll see you again soon.